What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Tuesday, December 7th, 2021. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. I appreciate you all so much. I do hope that your week's off to a great start, that it's not too foggy where you're at. The fog literally rolled in to where I live with these Neptune squares. So I don't know. I thought that was kind of funny, but let's take a look at the chart. I do think today gives us a little bit more clarity than we've been looking for, but we're still a little out there. Sun's going to be at 15 and come to 16 degrees, so still these split energy days. Like, gosh, it's so, we want to get like comfortable in one energy, and then it's all of a sudden like, oh, here we go, we're switching. So we could kind of start off the day really, beautifying this journey and trying to get it to match the aesthetic we're looking for, and see what we can relate to on this journey. And then Mercury square Neptune, but that is breaking apart today as Mercury will come to 21 degrees. And then the sun comes to 16, which makes a net 7. So there is sort of this like, almost like the fog clears a little bit today and God kind of shines its light for you. And you're like, oh, thank goodness. It reminds me of like being on the coast and like having that like morning fog roll in, that like marine layer, and then it disperses by the afternoon. So I feel like today has that kind of energy of like, really trying to figure out how to make things, what's going to be expansive, what's going to grow. We don't want to confuse ourselves too much logically. Like Mercury, even though it is breaking off that square to Neptune, which does kind of like, it definitely is a release of pressure of, maybe confusion or delusion or trying to make sense of things that we can't quantify. Mercury is out of bounds at 24 degrees south in declination. So mind is still out of bounds here in detriment, and just linear thinking right now is just going to be difficult. We can want to have so many things in order, but there's more of a faith right now that's actually positive, and it's faith on the stuff that you've already found fact and truth on, and don't try to stress yourself out, I guess. Although I will say the moon in Aquarius is going to meet with Saturn. I like that the moon's in Aquarius because I think that this is going to give us some nice detached emotion today, or kind of figuring out what we really want to be really invested in emotionally. It's important to just be emotionally mature with a moon Saturn, but also like emotionally intelligent. So don't give a bunch of emotion to things that you're not really connecting to, or people in your life. This could be a day of like, decisions because you've had to objectify. So it's almost like getting out of your logical thinking and, looking at things from a more smart and objective place, and peeling back the layers. And I do think with the sun coming to 7, like, God kind of is going to open something up today in a very divine way. It is going to click. Like there's click energy in our minds today where it could have felt like, well, I haven't experienced that in a few days. What does that feel like? So I like that. We also have the exact Mars and Jupiter square hitting. So pretty intense of like people forcing beliefs, or, I'll be honest, definitely I've mentioned like media, like got to be careful with media, got to be careful with any just belief that, people are trying to have you jump on the bandwagon for. You got to kind of have your own future, your own belief, your own wisdom kind of locked down. And not force it on people, not be too like dogmatic or preachy, but like, have your deep truth. I think this Mars in Scorpio has exposed so much of our power within ourselves at this point, and we've had to go layer after layer after layer. So this could also be cutting away limiting beliefs that aren't going forward in your life, or what that means with people, and maybe identifying with a higher wisdom. It could feel powerful. It could feel like a lot of energy, or it could feel like a lot of stress too if you're having to deal with any sort of manipulative energy in your life that doesn't feel connected. Like, oh geez, got to cut that away. So kind of intense, a little intense there. Venus is going to come to 24 degrees and be really close with Pluto. So that's ratcheting up the Venus-Pluto conjunction, and we're already in a very interesting place of like, yeah, okay, we've seen where we might want to plan, or what we're looking to achieve and go after right now, but and what that means monetarily and with money in life. And it's going to start like exposing deeper and deeper layers as we keep progressing through December. So we're still definitely on this investigation for what kind of what the structure of our relationship life or our values are going to look like. You know, we're probably digging up a lot of maturity. I feel like today is asking for like some objective feelings so that you can really look deep within, or just kind of peel back and look at the whole of this journey we're starting, and of this Sagittarius energy, or the whole of your beliefs and the whole of your values, and like make sure that there's a bottom line somewhere that's unique to you, and not be confused by what the world wants or what other people in your life want, but kind of like get tested to hold your line and make a responsible choice based on what's right to you. We're going to see the moon make good aspects to the nodes with a sextile to the south node and a trine to the north node. Seems, those objective decisions are really based around your individual truth, and they're not so much around, just believing in something. We want to be hopeful and have beliefs, but again, I think we have a pretty good idea at this point of this future that we're trying to quest out for, and it's really based around your individual self and what that looks like in your personal life, what that looks like in your environment. The more you're detached from whatever is getting projected out on the world today, the more divine inspiration you're going to have, and to be able to figure those things out. And it's almost like those are the things that God might shine this light on today with this net 7 in the afternoon. And it is an emotional, responsibility and maturation if we can take that and connect to it for something more connected. All the things in life that we don't want to connect to or we don't believe in, like stop, bringing them into your personal life, right? Like gotta make some cuts here. And Venus and Pluto together, like, ooh, yeah, there's gonna be some values kind of getting cut away in our life, but it's really to make room for something that has more integrity than maybe what the past was or what looked like there. And we don't see the moon quite, it'll just barely touch on like a build up to the square to Uranus, but that won't be exact today, even if you're on the west coast, but there is sort of that build up to that. Not that important, but it's kind of like those individuated moves for your values are actually showing you the deeper layer that you want to pay attention to, and then there's this light kind of opening up and some fog clearing that we can make good decisions for that do actually make sense without just being based on a hope or a wish, but something that has some validity to it in our lives. And I think that today's beautiful for that. I don't dislike the energy at all. I think it's really helpful, and even the moon will make a good aspect with a sextile to Chiron also. So, and even Juno, it's so interesting. Juno is in square to Chiron too, and that's the asteroid, of course, of relationships, and having Venus, the planet of relationships, with Pluto. Yeah, there's like, we're in the midst of seeing some interesting relationship dynamics, and seeing how much those relationships were built on integrity, and if they're each person's being able to be their true self and identify with that and have power. Or if there's power grabs going on in relationships, those are likely to be exposed big time. But I'd say the moon will feel good when you're really finding your individuality and breaking free from restraints of some other power outside of self. You'll actually find a lot of good power within yourself and a lot of strength to move forward for what is a more connected future, a more aligned day, and what that means moving forward. There could be big choices today that are pretty important as we're trying to kind of almost merge timelines and like get onto. I feel like we're doing a little timeline hopping. It's a little like quantum, but it's like there's something trying to help us with these decisions and show us where things are going. So I do like it for that. And of course, Mars sextile Pluto, which we're still kind of feeling today too. We definitely have a lot of energy to get down to business for, our passions in life. So don't discount what you're truly passionate and connected for. Those are really what you want to be choosing. If you're going to choose anything, it would be about that route. Card for the day is the Two of Pentacles. A little juggling, a little weighing out of aspects that we might value in life, or what we might kind of like a, which way do we really want to go? Kind of karma too. This usually has the karma or the infinity symbol, not the karma symbol, the infinity symbol in it. It doesn't in this card, but that just came to mind. Kind of like some big choices for like karma and free will. Having to really feel into it too, but not get too like attached to our emotions with the water in the background. Like really be practical and, maybe even detached so that we can make smart emotional decisions instead of like juggling, because we could still be in this place with this Mercury of like trying to just analyze and have like a set path when we're really not there quite yet. And I do hope that we get there soon, and I think we do, but don't beat yourself up if you're weighing some things out, and make decisions that are really emotionally smart to you. Like peel back. The more objective you can be, it seems very important today for this horoscope. I love you all very much. I hope you have a beautiful Tuesday. I am getting ready to head down to Southern California, so I'll be down there. I'm going to be helping out David Palmer, the Leo King, for his presentation, Age of Deception, Divine Secession. So get on High Vibe, buy that video. Dude's always putting out the best, over long-term horoscopes. That's when he does his best work. So check that out. It's going to be great. And I'm going to go down there and help him out and kick it with him. So I'm super stoked for that. And I'll do some horoscopes while I'm down there too. But yeah, shout out to David. Check out his work. Pick up that video. I think it's like $19. I mean, I'm serious. These are top-notch horoscopes. So you're not going to want to miss it. It's going to have some amazing information in it. And I do want to give a shout out to that while I'm here. All right, fam. Love you very much. See you soon. Have a great day. Peace.